I moved around and centered myself as instructed. I tried to meditate, listened to my heartbeat, and I could hear it quite intensely. Listened to my breath. I was only comfortable breathing through my mouth, loud. Felt as the water would rise and fall with my inhale and exhale, fade in and out. Notice where the water and air met on my body. Assured myself that I was okay. Told myself to sink. Occasionally I would open my eyes and it was as pitch black as the back of my lids. Felt as if half my body was in jello and half was in air. Memories, feelings came up, and I can't remember in which order except that God was last. A new chemical is exceedingly difficult to crystallize, but once it's been done once, it becomes easier with each successful crystallization. Simultaneously, the melting point rises. Feeling of flying on my back. Feeling of being pulled forward by my feet. Murderers of crows remember individuals who've harmed them across generations. Feeling of being pulled towards the door by my head. No face, just something around my neck and shoulders. Some scientists predict disasters by watching out for higher than normal reports of missing cats. Intense awareness of my stomach. Scientists explain the successful crystallization of new chemicals in labs separated by oceans by citing microscopic particles somehow entering. How does the crystallized chemical strengthen? Why does the melting point rise? Belly breathing. It appears that most species, even brand new chemicals, are tapped into a morphic resonance that exists outside of the brain. We are alone, probing our own minds, continually searching for our own hard drives, unconnected, condensing all sensation inside our skull, and limiting our own resonance to a tempered scale.
They've been appearing overnight. Ice sculptures thin and miles high. They shoot straight up, always on the hottest summer mornings. In the city, people race to see them before they melt. No artist has claimed authorship. Many think it must be a man's work, with the erectness and all, but I have a knot in my throat, attempting to mutter that maybe, perhaps, we shouldn't start by assuming that it's a person. And the show-off has picked up its pace. Relics of the melted apparitions could be found bottled, the consumption of which had an acidic taste and thick texture that gave way to a broadening sensation, cued by a ringing of the ears and tingling in the teeth. The tincture's properties altered when refrozen, causing visions anticipated by sweats and shivers, giving sensations of bodies sliding up over swelling earth waves, only to crash back into themselves. The tincture's properties altered when refrozen, causing visions anticipated by sweats and shivers, giving sensations of bodies sliding up over swelling earth waves, only to crash back into themselves. The medical-grade freezers needed to achieve the necessary freezing point could only be found on the black market. Scientists explain that successful crystallization of new chemicals in labs separated by oceans by citing microscopic particles somehow entering. How does the crystallized chemical strengthen? Why does the melting point rise?
I looked down, saw you smiling and splashing, and jumped. Time slowed. I moved in the air and took in the unending green landscape before me. After what must have been a minute-long fall, I sensed that the water was near, crossed my arms, and closed my eyes. When my toes hit the sand, my knees bent, my arms sprang up like an arrow, and like a trampoline, I catapulted myself to new heights. Springing back up, I paused, hovering at the top, and repeated the motion a few times, like playing on a great diving board.
Pile race 2. Ice sculptures. They've been a thin and. miles race to.